Hello and welcome to Craftiosity, where creativity comes to you with monthly craft kits delivered to your door. This month you're creating a stitched wooden mirror, and we are loving the unusual combination of sewing a piece of wood for this project. You'll stitch your wooden frame with geometric embroidery threads, then add a mirror to catch the light. Inside your kit you'll find your sewing needle, grey and dusty pink embroidery thread, your glue, a small square acrylic mirror, and your wooden mirror frame. You'll also find your step-by-step photo instructions and a little something for your pinboard. Cut a length of pink embroidery thread roughly 1 metre long. Thread one end through your needle and tie a double knot at the other end. One side of your wooden frame may have some darker marks around the holes from the laser cutter. Place this side facing down so your stitching will be on the side that is unmarked. Using the main image as a guide, begin stitching your pink lines. They'll all run in one direction. Start with one group of 3 lines and bring your needle up from the back through the first hole. Pull your thread through until it's stopped by the knot. Go back down through the hole directly opposite to create a long line of thread. For your next long stitch, come up from the back of your frame through the hole just next to the one that you went through. Then go back down through the hole opposite. You should now have 2 lines of thread running parallel to each other. Create the third and final long stitch by coming up from the back of your frame through the hole next to the last hole that you went through. Then go back down through the hole directly opposite. You should now have 3 long lines of thread running parallel to each other. Repeat this process for each grouping of the long pink stitches. Your pink lines should always run in the same direction and never cross each other. When you run out of thread, simply tie a knot in the piece you're stitching with to finish it on the back, and then cut a new length of thread. Cut a 1 metre long strand of the grey embroidery thread and thread your needle. You'll use this to stitch the remaining holes with your grey stitches running to form right angles with your pink stitches. Where the grey stitches cross the pink stitches, you'll weave the grey thread over and under the pink thread. You can start stitching with any group of 3 holes, bringing your needle up from the back of your frame through your first unstitched hole. The grey stitch will cross over your pink stitches, but instead of going straight across, you'll weave over the first strand of pink thread, under the second strand, and over the third strand, and then through the second set of these, before going down through the hole, like this. Then bring your needle up through the hole directly next to the one that you went down. And this time you'll change whether you go over or under the pink threads depending on what you did before. Each new grey stitch will alternate how it crosses the pink thread compared to the previous stitch. Repeat this until you've stitched all the remaining holes with the grey thread. Then come back on the third line, alternating again. Repeat this until you've stitched all the remaining holes with grey thread. Remove the protective film from the surface of your mirror. Carefully squeeze a thin line of glue around the outside of the front of the mirror, keeping it as close to the edge as possible. Turn your wooden frame over so you have the back facing upwards. Place the mirror face down against the frame, ensuring that it doesn't cover any of the holes you've been stitching through, and press down firmly. Check the front of the mirror to ensure no glue has seeped out from under the frame. Then leave your mirror to dry for at least 24 hours. Finally, create a hanger for your mirror by cutting a length of the pink or grey embroidery thread that's approximately 30 centimetres long. Tie a double knot in one end and thread the other end through your needle. Bring the needle through the top left hole from the back of the frame to the front, and then go back through the top right hole from the front of the frame to the back. Remove the needle and tie a double knot in the other end of the thread to create your hanging loop. Well done, your stitched wooden mirror is complete. Thanks so much for watching this tutorial. We hope you've enjoyed this project and we look forward to welcoming you to the next craft kit next month.